Hi guys, welcome back to Down Under in Thailand. Back on the farm, and we're going to be moving forward with a few more projects. We've got the regular guys, 3 guys who've been with us for a lot of the build of the small house. And we originally built the house and the concrete floor continued to liberate dust, so we went through it and we tiled that, as you can see here, which I've shown you in previous videos. Now what we're going to do is we've managed to get that same tile pattern again, and we're going to tile this outside area here, which liberates dust, cement dust and dirt and dust that blows in or comes in or is tracked in on our feet. Also the toilet and shower block, we've got a different tile for those, which I'll show you in a later picture. I really like it. So we're going to do the floor, and at this point probably metre or 1.2 up the walls, not going the full height, but just really as a splash barrier that's easily cleaned. The walls are painted in a waterproof emulsion, so that'll be fine for whatever spray gets up the walls. But that'll tidy that up there, and that'll make that a finished area. Yes, we did fill that hole with concrete. And at the moment, we're moving on to another stage where we are putting the ceramic tiles in the rear area. We did the ceramic tiles inside the house, and if you remember there in another video, the whole purpose of that is to seal the floor, because bare concrete is really hard to keep clean. It's forever liberating dust. The best way of doing it is just to put down ceramic tiles. Looks better, it's more finish, and obviously more complete. So we have the 3 guys here, and they've started, we're using the same tile as we did in the house, the same pattern. They're following the joint in the house tiles, so that's going to keep that all sort of similar. What are we doing? We're laying tiles. You will notice that we are quite up from the ground. It's actually raised at this point, keeping in mind that the rear concrete isn't perfectly flat. We're putting down the raft of cement to glue the tiles to. In places it's an inch, in places it's 1.5 inches thick, and that's great. No great problem there. We've got plenty of ceiling height and everything. We're not losing anything. The other thing is that it's going to fix another problem. The sliding doors that you see at the moment have got a gap under them when they close. Now, they're not intended to fully weather seal or anything this area, because as you can see, it's got like a cyclone mesh in the upper half, so as far as dust and stuff goes, that's not a concern. But what it is that living on a farm, you have to be obviously regularly aware that there are mice, spiders, crabs. You take that into account, you're aware of them, and you act accordingly. No great deal, no shock horror or whatever. But with that gap under the door, it makes it easy for an ingress. While most of the critters, no great deal. You always sort of got to be aware that there are snakes around, and that gap was almost sort of a welcome mat for snakes to come in. Haven't had any yet. We don't intend to either. The problem with the snakes is that when you have all your finishings and things in there, it's quite possible they can come in unannounced and hide somewhere and you not see them, and then sort of reach down or under something and find that you've got an unwanted visitor. So we're getting closer, guys. They didn't quite get the same coverage today as they did yesterday, but I think there was a few anomalies that they were trying to deal with the shape of the room. But we're getting there. They should well and truly finish this tomorrow, and then they can get on to the shower and toilet block in there. But at the moment we're waiting for a guy to come back with, I think it's a planer or a router, to fit the door for us, because we spent last night without this door on. So Mem wouldn't sleep on the floor in case something came crawling in. Had a good few mosquitoes and so on, so it wasn't the best, and because we couldn't use the aircon because we couldn't really seal up the space to allow it to work properly. So the reason the door was off was so they could get that joint and edge done, and I think they've got to plane the bottom of the door to make a clearance now, because I think before the bottom edge was actually against the edge of the tile and it grows, and at the moment it won't fit in the door. So we'll get planed down so it's right in either wet or dry season, so it closes properly. But then I need to oil it, stain it. So he was supposed to bring his planer this morning, but he forgot. One of the guys have gone off to get that now, because we've specifically said we want that done tonight. Well, before tonight. So that's another day in the life of getting tiles laid. So. Okay, so we come back from the house where somebody died, Martin's house, and the guys have been busy and just putting in the final edge ones on the other side. We're getting there. It all takes time. What the heck. So we're in the shower toilet block, and the guys have got one of the walls done. We're going to be about 1.2, but I think that might be a bit higher. It doesn't matter, that's fine. That's the natural length of those 3 tiles, so that's cool. So one wall done, and 2/3 of the way through another one. The back wall's not done yet, but that's going to be the one where there's got sort of cut and shut to go. And this one's over halfway done. You see we've got some large nails supporting them to wait till the concrete sets enough to hold the weight of them. Yeah, that's coming along fine. I would expect that they would finish that tomorrow. This back wall's going to take more time than what they've been doing so far, working around the toilet and the sink and the water pistol and faucet. All of that will have to be cut. And once that's done, then obviously we're going to move on to do the floor. So we won't be showering in here tonight. We could use the shower. We will go into the house in town and we will shower there, because we're going out tonight. The guys are finished. We bought them a beer. In the middle of all this, we had a downpour. So it was raining cats and dogs for about 15 minutes. That's cool. That's what you've come to kind of expect, especially in this sort of rainy season. And we're certainly getting our share. So that's it for what's happening here at the moment, and we'll move on, and maybe we'll take a little bit more video at the. I got to look at the camera, don't I? That's where you get caught using a smartphone, because the camera's actually on the extreme, and if you're doing it in horizontal landscape, well, it's for me the far left, and it's no good looking center of the screen, because that's not where the camera is. Okay guys, just a little bit of nonsense. So the guys have finally finished the shower and toilet area, and I'll just show that to you now. We've got the tiles on the walls and we have the tiles on the floor. So now it's a bit more civilized than the bare concrete that we previously had. It's all worked out quite well. So that's one more project completed. And not planning to spend my life always doing projects, but so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave comments below. I really enjoy it when you do, because I get to respond to you guys, your requests, your questions, and it makes it more of a community sort of spirit, and that's great. It also gives me ideas of things that you might like to see me cover in my series of videos. But please subscribe, and you will get notifications when I post something new for you to have a look at. Thanks guys, take care. See you.